Hey guys, it is Nick here with another Nick's Topics Dragon Ball What If topic video for today. And today we are getting into part 7 of What If Giran Became a Z Fighter. Now, to recap the last episode, we saw the defeat of the Saiyans rather handily by the group, with Yamcha being the only casualty. And Vegeta on the brink of death, with Krillin wanting to kill him like before, with Goku ultimately wanting to spare him like before. But, since Piccolo is still alive, he doesn't have any sympathy for Vegeta or any of the Saiyans. So, if no one's gonna do the deed, he will. So, he just shoots a special beam cannon straight at Vegeta's head, ending the prince. So, no Vegeta for the remainder of the series and this What If as a whole. So, that's going to have a big impact. Also, for those of you who might be questioning the last episode where I said that Planet Namek will still happen, I'll recap my thoughts so that those of you who didn't see that episode can understand why Planet Namek is still going to occur. So, even though Yamcha can be wished back with the Earth Dragon Balls, and since he was the only casualty, Piccolo and Kami would still be told about their origin of being Namekians by Vegeta and Nappa. And I feel that the Namekian Dragon Balls, and that planet had Dragon Balls, would still be brought up in the conversation. Which means that Frieza would still go to Planet Namek. Because I'm sure that even if the Dragon Balls weren't mentioned at all, and if Piccolo wasn't there at all, I still feel that Namek would still, he would know of it, he just wouldn't go to it. But in this case, Frieza's gonna go to Namek this time. So, as for the whole Kami ship ordeal, I feel that Bulma and Mr. Popo, that whole segment would honestly remain unchanged. Even though Kami's alive, Mr. Popo would probably still have more recollection of it than Kami, because remember, him and Piccolo would have just found out about their origin, so it would take some time to regain the memories of their old past, or at least Kami's old past. And as for the actual ship, they're not going to be taking Kami's. They're actually going to be taking the Capsule Corp gravity ship that Goku took in the original, because Goku and Giran are actually not injured here, and I feel that Goku would bring up the idea of gravity training. So before long, the group is off to Namek, with Goku getting good gains, with everybody else getting to above Kaioken times 20, or if not above, mastering Kaioken times 20 as a whole. And as for Giran and everybody else, I feel that everybody that didn't learn Kaioken would learn it, except for Piccolo and Gohan, because I don't see Piccolo really using Kaioken, and as for Gohan, he's too young. He gets good fighting training and stuff like that, but Kaioken's a little bit above him at this point. And another notable thing, since there's no Vegeta going to the Frieza planet to get, boosted up in health and everything, Kui remains on the planet that he was on. Little difference, but still notable enough to point out. As for King Kai, he sees the group traveling to planet Namek and knows that Frieza is going there to get the Dragon Balls and everything, because he overheard the conversation with Vegeta and Nappa and such, and warns Goku and the group not to go there. If Frieza is there, they should just turn back, visit the planet another day, or something like that. But Piccolo, as well as Kami, who interjects via telepathic communication, they're both persistent, Piccolo more so, on going to Namek and learning about the origins and stuff like that, meeting new Namekians and stuff. And if this Frieza guy really is that bad, they'll take care of it. So, the whole segment of Planet Namek, well, plus the fact that we have way more people now, would go up to the same, with no Kui, and, like I said, more Z-Fighters, up to the point where the group all together, not just Gohan and Krillin, arrived to see the destruction of every one of Frieza's soldiers destroying the Namekians. and the group basically watching on, not wanting to give away their position just yet. But the second that Dodoria is about to fight the three Namekians, and things are looking like bad, the group then decides to act. The Z Fighters decide to take action. They're not going to let any more of this go on. Tien then uses the opportunity to pull out a solar flare, blinding Frieza, Zarbon, Dodoria, and whatever minions are left, and the group pulling away all the remainder Namekians to safety, to a safe location. Now, after gaining their composure, Frieza is angry at this, and he's like, how dare these fools interject, these Earthlings? And he decides that maybe these are the ones who taught Vegeta and Nappa a lesson, something even he probably neglected to do more of. Anyways, aside from that Momo Jumbo, Dodoria and Zarbon are then instructed by Frieza to destroy them, but they're helplessly outmatched. It's not even a contest. Even Zarbon's monster form does nothing. Now, you would think that Frieza would retreat, summon the Ginyu Force or something like that, but no, he decides to take action himself, because this is going on in Elder Mori's village, mind you. So, he decides to step up to the plate. But then, the group goes into complete full power mode. Basically serious mode, if you want to get technical. Giran pulls out a Kaioken times 20 merry-go-round gum hold, which is very strong and durable, mind you, with Goku rushing in with his Kaioken, delivering a Kaioken times 20 punch to Frieza's jaw. And he is still trapped in the gum, mind you. Piccolo then using a special beam cannon right at Frieza. Now, Frieza, you would think would break out and transform, but just before he's able to, he gets impaled with the special beam cannon. So it's like he gets destroyed right at the moment he breaks out and transforms. So it's like a half, first, third, fourth form corrupted Frieza, basically. Corrupted Frieza. Anyways, that leaves Nail still alive and the sole protector of planet Namek, with a bunch of Namekians surviving the carnage. Porunga then being summoned and restoring all the Namekians that had died before. As for that, the battle is basically won. The Frieza saga is over. Now, you might think that's a bit, like, cheapish to, like, end the saga like that, but Giran's a part of the team. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I feel like that would happen. And as for Guru, I feel that the group would still meet him before he passed. And Piccolo and Kami would basically get a real feel for the Namekians, and yeah, basically they got what they came here for. With Elder Mori then becoming the new Grand Elder, with Guru passing, and Nail and Piccolo do not fuse here, because there really wasn't a need for it. So, there's that. And also, I know a lot of people are going to be questioning this, but Goku still gets the Super Saiyan transformation. Now, I know a huge lot of people are going to be calling BS on this, but hear me out on this. In the original, whenever we saw Krillin meet Guru for the very first time, Guru mentioned on the topic of Vegeta about the Super Saiyan and asked if Vegeta was that. So I feel that this topic would still be brought up. And with Goku having knowledge of this, wants to try and unlock the form for himself. So, after the group leaves from Namek on their way back to Earth, Goku decides to dig into this a little deeper. He trains intensively, more intensively than he's ever trained in his life in the gravity chamber, trying to use the Super Saiyan form, or at least unlock it. He powers up and powers up day after day, trying to get a feel for if he can unlock it. And sure enough, he actually is able to manage it, but not for long. He's only able to get it to the point where he can transform into grade 1 successfully before reaching Earth. So, not really a big use of the Super Saiyan. He's basically a weaker Super Saiyan than he was in the original Frieza saga. So, figured I'd point that out. And a certain Frieza ship pulls down a beacon to get the dead body of Frieza. Now, like I said, this is a corrupted first, third, fourth, basically a Frieza in all of his forms in one body. Because, like I said, he died before transforming to break out of the gum. So, yeah. He is still alive, though, because remember, Frieza is very durable. So, whenever being constructed into Mega Frieza, he gets the similar appearance of his fourth form. Now, actually being in his fourth form, we actually get to see him in that. And he is angry. He was destroyed by tricks, by sneak attacks even. So, that means that he wants to go down to Earth, and basically the whole Mega Frieza and King Cold bit is still going to happen. And the introduction to it, minus the fact that Goku and Giran are there, and Vegeta isn't, everything of that goes per normal. Except, there is not going to be a future Trunks here. Now, you might think that I'm avoiding the future Trunks timeline as a whole again, but that's not so. Instead of the Frieza soldiers being destroyed by Trunks' hand, Mega Frieza looks in shock as the person who's behind his men's death this time is the one who killed him in a blue outfit and a hat, claiming that he has come to kill Frieza. And that's where we're going to be leaving things for the moment. Now, what do you guys think of this surprise twist? Actually, the future timeline being in this story. Do you think that future Giran is still going to be able to destroy Mega Frieza and King Cold on his own? What do you think happened to the future timeline that resulted in Giran coming back instead of Trunks or another person? Leave a comment down below, like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.